Then I'm going to say the 3, 2, 1, beatbox.
Wow.
Like you cannot find another way back home. So I trust you to help me find it, but you left me alone. Whoa. Thinking you would go through high and lows for me, like I did for you. And now we lie on you so easily. I think now I know I have to let you go. And I have to let you go.
Oh, nice. Woo! Oh, that like fade in and out at the end there was super sick. I like that little touch at the end there. It just added a lot to it. Yeah, the track overall, super solid. Killer first round from ShineX. I really like the atmosphere that he built up right from the get-go. Yeah, the overall sound design was absolutely incredible. Not like the typical kind of like production you'd hear from this kind of genre of music. It just worked out so well. It kind of gave it like this little tiny hint of like a haunting kind of atmosphere. Yeah, like really good mixing, very good vocals. I like the effect layered over the vocals. It wasn't like too jarring. It didn't take away too much of it. But yeah, just overall, very solid track from ShineX. You know, he's one of those guys, who's not really like too big in like the mainstream, I guess, like quote unquote mainstream of the Loopstation scene. He's in a region where loop is probably at its highest in Germany. So like there's a lot of like competition over there, like recognition from like other German loopers. But yeah, he's one of those guys who's slowly on the rise and is essentially the future, along with all these other guys that you see on screen here, like Mystics and Leonard and Sidjo down there. Well, Sidjo's pretty much in the now, but Shinex will get there at one point. I just think that he needs a little bit more exposure at these larger events, and then he'll deserve the recognition that he gets, right? So anyway, killer first round from Shinex. I don't know who's going up next year for Rage, maybe MH, maybe Rage himself. I don't know. But yeah, killer first round. I really like that one.
It's time. What a way to kick it off. But I'm going back to RH.
Yo,
Who is going to start?
me, MH, me.
MH is going to start. I'm going to say the 3. I'm going to say the 2 and the 1. In 3, 2, 1. Beatbox.
I don't wanna know, no, no. Yeah, I don't wanna know, no, no, no. Yeah, talk to me, baby. Yeah, yeah. Talk to me, baby. Yeah, I don't wanna.
Hope you're feeling well, guys. Let's do this.
Oh. Bring it out, man. Bring it out.
Talk to me, baby. Yeah, I don't wanna.
One more drop, maybe?
Talk to me, baby. Yeah, I don't wanna.
Woo. Oh,
And that is time.
must have run out of time there. Ended a little bit early. wasn't paying attention in there. I know that Bruni has the phone up there for the time, so I guess that's how they're checking. I'm not sure, but anyway, that worked out pretty well, especially compared to Shinex, because I felt like both the rounds side by side had a very similar vibe. Obviously, there's some key differences, mostly in the drops for MH and, you know, just like the effects of the layering of the vocals and whatnot. But overall, the atmosphere and the vibe was very, very similar, especially for that first half. I really like the choice of kind of like almost like concealing and muting the first drop, kind of building further, like improving on and building the atmosphere of the track overall, then eventually just like releasing it. And also that second drop was very, very good as well. The bass textures, man, like absolutely crazy. Very similar to stuff that we see from like Mr. Estio as well. It's like the basses overall and the texture of the basses, maybe like similar effects, I don't really know. But yeah, the mixing and the texture of the basses is so satisfying to listen to from MH. So that was a really good round. Really, two very, very good first rounds. Similar in some ways, different in others. But yeah, enjoyed both of them nonetheless. So yeah, this was tough, man. I really liked the first rounds from both these guys. I can't decide right off the bat. I'd have to listen to them again. Yeah, that's tough. I like them for similar reasons and different reasons at the same time. So it's too close for me right now. 50-50. Let's see what Mystics came in with.
Woo! The first half of the quarterfinal has been done. We're going to the second half. And Mystics, you are going to kick it off. Are you ready? I believe a fart sound means yes. In that case, I'm going to count you down. I'm going to say the three.
Very innovative sound right there.
In 3, 2, 1, loop.
Man. Oh, I like that. Ooh. That's sick.
is time.
Whoa. Wow. What a crazy round from Mystics, man. I love his style so much. God. Like the progression of that track there. I really, really enjoyed that one. You know, I watched Mystics a lot recently, and I don't know how long he's been looping for, man, but like the gap between the last time I saw him and now, like he just keeps improving in such a short amount of time, man. And like his style is so satisfying to listen to. Just like the build-ups there, like the eventual drops are so creative. It's just like not typically what you really hear from in the loop station. Like the genre itself, like you hear that very often, but man, like he made that sound like almost like I don't know, like at the start, especially the build up, it sounded like a track from like a blockbuster movie or something, you know, like almost had like a hint of like video game soundtrack in there as well. Anyway, the creation of that track overall was very solid, you know. Super satisfying second drop. I don't really know like the technical aspects. I can't really explain myself in that regard. It seemed very technical in nature. But God, I just wish I had my own loop station so I can just like appreciate it more from like a technical standpoint, because I feel like that was like super complex. Just like the way he was like creating the tracks, and like you heard it in the drop itself, like stuff like fading in and out and whatnot, and like the structure of it just like seems so complex. I'll get my loop station soon enough and I'll be able to understand it more in that regard. But my God, that was an absolute killer round from Mystics. Yeah. This guy is a absolute force to be reckoned with. Same with Shinex, man. Like the German loop scene is just absolutely crazy high in talent, you know? Oh, like their roster just goes so deep. Like if you're to make like a fantasy league, let's say like 8 people per like country or something. Just like think about like what Germany would look like. Like even with 8 people, you'd have to leave out like so much talent, because like it's that deep. Like deep in talent. Like that's how many people are just like so good in Germany. But anyway, going off topic, that was a killer round for Mystics. I think that Rage needs to come in here with something like absolutely next level to really push his team over with the win, I think, because that was like super killer from Mystics, and Shinex had a very, very good first round as well. So, but Rage is another one of those guys who has been improving significantly, like Mystics has. Like every single time you hear him, he's gotten better and better and better. So I would not be surprised if what we see from Rage here is probably some of the best that he's ever done. So let's see what he came in with.
All right, Rush, are you ready?
Yeah.
Then I am going to count you down in 3, 2, 1. Loop.
Oh, he has a launch pad now, I see.
I'll find my way. I'm just trying to escape from all this. I say, flying away from my past mistakes. I don't know what to say now. I'm just flying away from my past mistakes. I don't know what to say now. I'm just flying away from my past mistakes. I don't know what to say now. I'm just flying away from my past mistakes. I don't know what to say now. And I say,
And that is time. So 1 for RH.
Yo. Man. Like, I don't understand. Like, how does he do this? Like, how does he get so good, like, so fast? Dude, just like not even like he's like elevating like the Loopstation scene, man. Like the solo device scene at least. Like that sounded like it should have been a multiple device track. Like just like the depth and complexity of that. Like that sounded like a multiple device. Like I don't know how much the launchpad like helps in terms of like setting up track, like producing a track. I know it just works as like a shortcut for effects on the device, right? But I don't know how much of an advantage you would have using that over just like a typical MK2 and that's it. But that sounded like a multiple device track. Like some of the things he was doing there, like in terms of like how it sounded, like the cleanliness of it, it just sounded like something that wasn't possible on the MK2. But you know, I don't use the device myself, so I don't fully know the capabilities of it. But man, that was absolutely spectacular. It's pretty crazy, like, when I think about when I listen to this battle, like, for the first time, obviously here now, like, Shinex and MH had a very similar kind of, like, round in terms of, like, the vibe, and, like, I guess, like, you want to say genre, there's some key differences there for sure, but it, like, played out almost very similarly, right? So then you go to Mystics and Rage. It's, like, almost the exact same thing, right? Like, I felt like Mystics was kind of pushing the boundaries there as well. Like, his is very super complex, the way that he constructed his beat, his music. Then Rage comes in with, like, something, like, not the same genre of music, but very similar in terms of, like, what I got and, like, garnered from listening to their two tracks side by side. So, like, he did the same thing, effectively for me. Like, he's kind of, like, developed a super complex track, and I don't really know, like, who wins at the end of the day. Like that was a super close, super high level battle. Like everyone just kind of like came in 100%, and that's like this is one of the most competitive battles I think I've seen in a long time. And like it's online, so you can't really like fully feel like the kind of like passionate vibe that like comes off when you're producing that kind of music. Like it's a lot easier to get that from like a live performance, but like this was a very high level battle. You've seen like all these guys kind of like pushing themselves here, I think, and yeah, that last round from Rage was like absolutely spectacular. Really liked what Mystics did. I felt like he was like pushing his own boundaries, like kind of like improving so fast in such a like short amount of time. But I don't know. This is tough. It's like so split down the middle. I would honestly want to hear like a third, like a tiebreaker round or something. But I know that's like not a very good idea for a 2v2 kind of competition. It would take up a lot of time, but if I had to choose, man. That's tough. I think I had to choose Rage at the end of the day. Very super close battle. I just think that I don't even know what I think. They just did everything so good, and I think that maybe Rage is a little bit better, a little bit more consistent, maybe a little bit more well structured. I don't know. This is way too close for me to like. There's no like glaring issue that kind of puts one team over the other. It's just it was that close, honestly.
It's 2 for DUHUSO. I would like your
This
votes
has to be
in
3-2, right?
2, 1.
Okay.
With a split decision, 3-2, it is going
Wait,
to
is it
be
3-2?
our with a split decision, 3-2, it is going to be RH.
It said 3-2, but I saw KBA had 2 and everyone else had 1. I thought that looked like a 4-1. Yeah, I think that's it. Bro, I don't know, man. That was way too close. That was probably one of the closest battles I've seen in a very long time. Especially now that we're watching Grand Beatbox battle, like World Championships, Beatland stuff. We're watching a lot of Loopstation stuff, so I have like a lot of these battles like in my mind still. Out of everything that I've watched very recently, this was probably the closest battle. Like I came out of this like genuinely not knowing who I'd pick, and I only picked one just for the sake of picking one because I thought that maybe they did some little tiny areas a little bit better. Like that's what it took for this battle, in my opinion, like to excel in small areas very, very slightly, you know what I mean? And you know, I don't even use Loopstation, so like maybe there's things that people who are more like, you know, more well versed with the actual device who can pick up on things a lot better than me, right? So maybe it was a little bit more clear for those people, but like I'm just trying to navigate through the music part, then also trying to understand like the actual looping part of it. Really tough for me. Again, I feel like it's 100% something that you would learn by using it yourself, right? And eventually that will be a reality for me, sooner rather than later, hopefully. But yeah, that was such a sick battle. I think everyone just gave it their 100% here, and I'm like super happy for all these guys because yeah, I just love the Loopstation scene and just the beatbox scene in general. So I feel like they're elevating it to such a point where like everyone is just like getting so good so fast, and it's absolutely crazy to see. But anyway, that was a crazy battle. Check out Clip Community, links in the description below if you want to go leave them a like on their video and subscribe to their channel as well. If you want to support me, leave a like on this video. You can sub to my channel. Also check out my Discord channel, links in the description to that. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next Beatbox reaction video.